but like, oh my God. Really a wake-up call into see the $20,000 salary. This was, hey you guys, so I want to show y'all my very first property that I ever purchased. Literally, I purchased this house on a $20,000 salary. This was in 2010 when the market was horrible, you guys. This was my very first property. I purchased it for $68,000. I ended up selling it for either $98,000 or $108,000. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know I made like a $35,000 profit. I can't even remember the numbers, right? But this was the area, y'all. The whole area at that time, it ended up going on foreclosure. So this was in 2010 when I first got started. I was 21 years old, and the whole neighborhood basically went under. I remember selling this property as a realtor. This was my first property that I sold, my first property that went under contract, and that's because I lived across the street. But this is my very first property that made me an investor, that got me started in the industry. And I did all of that from a $20,000 profit. A $20,000 salary. I was working at the bank. I was a teller. I wasn't making hardly any money coming in, like whatsoever. The house really looks empty, honestly. Oh my God, it is. It is empty. I'm about to go up there. So I ended up selling it to these investors years ago. This was a recession, like I told y'all. It was a recession, and these investors came in and purchased it. And now the property is worth like 150, 160 in this area. I think it's empty because I seen the blinds were up. Oh my God, it is. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna drop some information so y'all can see how much I paid for it, because I got the receipts, okay? This is it. This was my first house. It was like a little pond in the back. The neighbors had dogs. Like, I remember this house like yesterday. And I don't even know why I came over here. Some just told me to come over here. The neighbors, their house ended up going in foreclosure. I remember that. Yes, y'all, this is my very first property. Wow, this is crazy. So crazy. It really just, now the house that I have, y'all, the house that I own right now is like double this size. It's like triple this size. Like, this is so emotional. But yes, y'all, like, oh my goodness, it's so crazy. But I was able to purchase this home from a $20,000 salary, working at the bank. It was a foreclosed property at the time. And wow, it's crazy. I had to take a picture because I'm going to post my profit, how much I purchased the property for. I'm gonna show y'all everything. Like, yeah, so my phone had froze, but this is literally my very first property, and it's empty. Would y'all rebuy it back? I don't think I would, but anyway, I was telling y'all, like, I remember when the recession came and this whole street basically was foreclosed. This property got a foreclosure. This property did. They got new homeowners. I ended up selling this property as a realtor. I don't remember these down here, but I know some more down there ended up going to well, I don't know. I don't have it'll be an emotional buy, and real estate is not emotional. So that's probably why I would not purchase it, because if the numbers don't make sense, then it really doesn't, make sense to buy. But this was if I can get it for the same price that I purchased it for in 2011, which was $68,000, somebody had built it, somebody had lost it to the bank. I was like the first person to own the property after the traditional owners. I don't think I would anymore, but this house brings back so many memories. Like, let me get out of here, y'all. It brings back so many memories. Like, this is when I had a baby daddy. This is when my son was like 2. This is when I had the same friends from high school, have the same friends from college. It's like, damn, everything is different now. And this house is still here. It's like, it's still here. It's back on the market. We headed into a so-called recession. Girl, let me get off of this lie. But like, oh my God. But I remember this neighborhood like yesterday. Like, like you can really come from food stamps, from public housing, from making $19,000-$20,000 a year to making $2 million in a year to owning multiple properties. Like, it's really a wake-up call. And to see the same property on back on the market for sale. I don't know if it's for sale, but it might be for rent. I don't know, but it's just so crazy. Now my house don't touch another house. I got more than one garage now. Like, it's like, now it's levels. Like, it's like, if I would have never started when I was 21, I don't know where I would be, what I would be doing. Like, literally the people, and I would have never purchased this house if I would have never came in contact with the investors that I came in contact with. If I was never out that day meeting them, like, it was really all God. Like, everything, like the setup from the beginning to the end was literally God. It was literally God. Like, it's just so crazy. But I recorded some content, so I'm gonna probably post it on my YouTube. Something happened to tell me to go over there, and I went over there. The house was empty.